Now
Thank you.
to our next sponsor and our longtime friend and sponsor, very successful renewable energy developer, IOWN. Stefan, the floor is yours.
All right, thank you very much. Very nice to be speaking here. Very much appreciate all the presentations and all the cool work that everybody else is doing. It's very inspiring to see. So my name is Shafin Hills. I work as strategic assistant to the CEO for IOWN. I'm going to go ahead and speak for a couple minutes here about the company and then show a video. So IOWN's roots go back to an original startup from our CEO and his partner, Richard Larson, all the way back in 2008. Initially, they had, created a small and efficient group that identified nearly 700 turbine locations, had developed those. Eventually, were able to sell the company in 2011. That led to the rise of one of the leading publicly traded wind developers in the Nordics. So that same sort of startup pioneering spirit is still prevalent at IOWN today. After that, Hans Christian decided to move over to beautiful sunny San Diego, and I guess decided that he had too much time to go skiing and surfing, and so decided to launch a U.S. operation in 2014. So that was IOWN in the U.S. And then a few years later in 2020, Richard Larson decided to get the band back together in the Nordics and start doing some development there. Have been identifying quite a lot of opportunities. So some overall stats of the company currently. Globally, we have over 50 employees. Our main office is headquartered in La Jolla. We have a few other offices in a few other states. Currently, we have over 8 gigawatts of wind, solar, PV, and storage under active development. And throughout the years, over 3 gigawatts of projects developed have been constructed worldwide, representing over 3 billion capital investment. So we work across all of the technologies, renewable technologies, solar, wind, battery storage. Haven't delved much into geothermal. That was a pretty interesting presentation. Curious to learn more about that. So this was a photo that was sent to me actually this morning. So we have a battery storage project that's currently under construction in Poway, which is about 30 minutes northeast of San Diego. It's 100 megawatt, 4-hour storage. So you can see the concrete being poured there, getting ready to place some battery packs next week. So I'll actually be headed there directly after this meeting. But pretty cool to see the progress there. Overall, the vision of the company is to be a leader in the clean energy transition. Our main focus is on large scale, high quality renewable generation energy projects. Ultimately, even though we're a small group, we're a scrappy group and we want to make an impact where we can. Our company values are aligned under a philosophy of sort of a think with the end of mind approach. Where do we want to go, and what is the most efficient way that we can get there? These projects take a long time to develop. It's definitely an art form. And so we want to be very careful in how we're allocating capital and resources to de-risk with the end objective of having the most amount of real projects at the end of the day that can be built. Like we want to start from greenfield and then ultimately see steel in the ground operating projects at the end of the day. Across the team, we have a set of values that would become pretty evident if you're working with our group. Overall, in terms of humbly confident, we create a culture where we want to be very open to feedback, sort of take ego out of the equation, open to diverse perspectives. At the end of the day, the best idea wins, regardless of where that's coming from. And yet that also needs to equate into decisive action. It's not enough to just do good analysis. Eventually, you have to make a decision. And it can be difficult, I think, across what a lot of us are doing because we tend to be in territory that nobody else has entered before. And so when you're in that territory, you simply have to lead and to make decisions. Nobody else can tell you what to do. Resourceful solutions finder. Expectation with our company is that people will not get hung up on problems. They'll do what they can to figure them out, to really drive, do whatever it takes, and then ultimately develop new expertise so that we can keep moving forward. While we want to operate really quickly and get as much done as we can, at the end of the day, we can't let quality suffer. So we care a lot about the excellence of our work and ultimately want to deliver the highest quality product we can for all of our stakeholders. And then last but not least, ownership. I think it's one of the key tenets of the company. It's in the very name of the company. Whatever we do, we want to own it, accept accountability for it, and do whatever we can to move forward. And with the recognition that it's okay to make mistakes as long as we learn from them and keep moving forward. And ultimately, at the end of the day, I mean, everybody that's been presenting today is taking ownership of some specific interesting solution, some specific interesting part of the green kind of movement here. So I think looking ahead, you know, I know especially in the US, there's a lot of uncertainty, maybe from a regulatory perspective. Obviously, we're going through a major political shift. That doesn't affect our mission. Like, our mission is still to deliver these projects. At the end of the day, we don't get upset. We just get busy working. Whatever we got to do to adapt our strategies to meet our mission, we will do that. At the end of the day, the most efficient strategy is execution. So that's what we want to do. I very quickly put this together. I haven't vetted it whatsoever. This was from ChatGPT. I was just curious to see what sort of renewable capacity additions came online compared to the election cycles and kind of the power structure across the different branches of government. And I think one takeaway is kind of regardless of this mix, the capacity added is going up significantly. And even though it may seem like a partisan issue sometimes, there's a lot of demand across both both red and blue states. So whatever we got to do, we're going to keep moving forward. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and just share a video, and then I will be done. See if I can figure this out. Is that showing up okay, Emil?
Yes.
All right, hopefully the audio.
I own. Two words that represent everything that our company stands for. To own means to have power or mastery over. For us, it means having the mastery to solve any situation, no matter how complex, and to have the power to achieve any goal, no matter how ambitious, to develop superior investments, to produce reliable energy, to reduce the carbon footprint of our customers, to change the narrative of the energy future, to reverse climate change, to be the solution, to put fossil fuels where they belong in history books. This is why every member of our team is exactly where they are, because they are masters at what they do, and they have the power to achieve anything. It's the IOWN attitude.
That's that from IOWN. Feel free, anybody, to reach out to me if you want to talk about anything or make any other connections.
Okay, thank you very much, Ethan, and thank you very much for IOWN's long-standing support.